Hi guys, welcome back to Be Rich. I pulled in Anand today after doing Kesav's video yesterday because in the comments I saw a lot of interesting questions being asked. I thought I'll call in the guru himself, the author, and ask him to clarify these doubts. So one by one I'm going to go through your comments and Anand will reflect on it and give his feedback on this. Anand, Arun Kumar is asking, dividend tax has changed a few years ago. Please tell us the correct dividend tax. What will be taxed by the shareholders tax slab?
Whatever is the tax slab, you have to pay so much tax. They have a nominal dividend tax.
Because in the book, we had put saying it's taxed at source, dividend. So the money which comes is yours.
No.
Has that changed?
That has changed.
What is the current?
No, the current thing is that there will be double taxation.
Okay.
So what they are doing is they are deducting another TDS.
Okay.
The government takes a TDS bite out of it, and you are supposed to declare it in your income and pay according to your bracket. Because the current government has no money.
Okay. So you guys have understood. Government is trying to generate some more revenue for itself for whatever reasons those are. So for that, they've started the double tax scheme where the dividend is taxed at source. So it is already taxed and it comes to you. Then let's say your inflow for the year is more than your tax bracket. Depending on your slab, you'll have to pay again income tax on the dividend which you have received. You cannot declare that dividend as already tax paid.
Yeah, now they are paying a TDS on it.
Yeah, so there's a TDS also on this. So this is the clarification you've asked for and it's been given. Devant is asking, assume one company is having 100 shares. I own 10 shares. I own 10% of the company. Suddenly they say rights issues. I don't have any money, so I'm not buying any extra share. So assume. Suddenly my percentage goes down to 10 to 7.5%. Somewhere I feel it's wrong.
No, there's nothing
wrong.
If the majority of if the board
correct
decides to raise money in rights issues, you are bound to participate.
Correct.
Or you can sell your rights issues. That's it. You are entitled to some shares.
Correct.
Those shares can be sold to some other investor who has the money to invest.
Correct. But what is the main reason for rights issues, Anand?
Is because they want to raise equity capital. When Tata's ran into trouble with Chorus and they could not manage it, they put out a rights issue.
Correct.
And everybody queued up to subscribe. And Tata Motors also raised money through a rights issue. Indian hotels raised money through a rights issue. All this was to bring down debt to manageable levels.
Correct. So the main reason they use rights issue is to generate extra capital for the company. This can be either deployed to reduce debt like what Tata was doing, otherwise to invest into a purchase, which is also something which they did, Chorus. So Anand, that's the T transaction plus 2 days now for in India, is it transaction
It
plus
has
1
become
day?
T plus 1.
So this is also correct. Mighty dines 1. According to him, he had said, sir, I think it's changed to T plus 1 for equity. And Anand has confirmed it is changed. When we had written the book at the time, it was T plus 2.
Now it was written about a long time back. I started writing in 2004, but by the time I finished, it was 2011.
Correct. And we've printed it, I think, 4 editions now.
More than that. I would have printed a lot more.
Correct. In the video, we said that average inflation in the book we had said as 12%. But Villanayagam is saying India's inflation for the last 10 years is only 5%. Is this
Again,
true?
Villanayagam, lot of things changed. You are now looking at current. This book is talking about what happened in the years between 2000 and 2010. At that time, India did not use consumer price inflation. India used wholesale WPI. WPI till recently was also about double digit for the last 12 months. There has been a big change. Rajan orchestrated the change. When he was Reserve Bank governor, that we should have a new CPI measure against which inflation will be measured. And so it changed. These are things you have to understand. The book was written in a particular period and it was finished in 2010. You are in 2023. There's a big gap.
So his argument is that FD is not, in the book we said you lose a lot of money in an FD because of inflation.
Even today you lose.
It's negative. Meaning the real percentage interest is negative.
The problem is he wants to argue for the sake of arguing. Those days your FD rates were 9, 10.
Correct.
Today your FD rates are 5.
Correct.
Money now it's gone to 7.
Correct.
And core inflation is, the RBI says it's 6.5. In the field it's much more.
So it's still negative. The real interest is still.
And there's a 10% TDS on it.
Correct. So I hope that explains to you why we still perceive
it is
FD
negative
to be a loss-making venture.
I can even explain this to you. I have done this several times. 3 years back, if the gentleman had gone and bought a liter of petrol, it would have been $70. Had he put it into the bank, he would have received 5.5% with a 10% TDS.
Correct.
So he would have got 3.5 rupees.
Yes.
So for 3 years, he would have got 10 plus something for compounding 11. he will be at 82, 83 at best. And petrol is 102.
Correct.
The same for egg, the same for milk, the same for wheat.
Correct. So I hope this explains why FD cannot beat inflation and your money is not safe as in an FD. And of course, savings account is of no use at all. Okay. Thunder is asking. He would like to know, what do you feel in the next 2 decades, which sector do you think in our economy is going to show green shoots?
If I knew that, or anybody knew it accurately,
Correct.
would have been a billionaire.
Yes.
So you always know things
Looking
after
back.
looking back. That's
Yes.
called hindsight bias. And looking at the rear view mirror driving. It's very difficult to say what will be the future. But one thing, that trend is very evident, is that electric vehicles are going to dominate business for a few long time. Because yesterday there was a report I was reading from FADA, which says 2.5% of all vehicles sold, passenger vehicles, is electric. 5% of all two-wheelers sold is electric. And brazier thing, on three-wheelers, nearly 50% is electric. So basically what is going to happen is, within next 10 years, half of India will be running on electric vehicles.
So you can say, at least for the next foreseeable future, thanks to climate change and being forced into acting upon climate change, industries which are related to environmental.
No, I won't go as far as that, because electricity is in government control. And that's what got a lot of people got fooled by Indian Energy Exchange, IEX stock, thinking it's a monopoly. I can generate solar power, but I can sell it only to the government, and the government may not pay me. All state electricity boards put together have 62,000 crores in debt. The limited thing which I look at this point of time is companies which are going to dominate electric vehicles. As of now, Mahindra and Tata's are there. Bajaj is there. TVS is there. But TVS is a very expensive stock, you can't buy it. But definitely these three stocks are in a buying zone. And maybe Eicher Motor. Okay, these are the 5 stocks which are going to do extremely well in electric vehicles.
Electric vehicles, yes.
I think it's going to be a battle between BYD and Tata's in electric vehicles. And then there are 2 battery companies. Both are dead cheap now. One is Exide and the other is Amar Raja. They will both make batteries. This is my limited vision. There are other companies. I am not sure.
Correct.
I am not sure. But these companies are definitely going to do well in the future.
So it's like playing your T20. When you decide to pick those overs which you're going to hit on, you focus on those overs, like you focus on those companies. Instead of getting your vision diluted by seeing all the batteries and all the possibilities, you rather focus on.
If you had bought when I asked you to buy in Tata Motor DVR,
Yes.
you would have bought it very cheap.
Correct.
You could have bought 1,000 and gone to sleep. 10 years later, wake up, it would have done well. Mahindra's was very cheap. You could have bought it and gone to sleep. Bajaj Auto is still cheap. You can buy it and go to sleep. Hero Motor, they don't have the brand Hero. So that's very difficult for them. But they have got a major, big stake in Ather, which is also doing well.
Correct.
So we don't know. But I know for sure Bajaj has enough money. He's debt free. He's loaded on cash.
So the biggest problem for Ola would be debt, right?
Ola is debt, and Ola has not done scales. Ola has now got a lot of accidents and they are replacing the suspension. They have done a recall.
Correct.
So customer satisfaction will be a big problem. Ola, after so much funfair and so much scale, is selling only 20,000 vehicles. And he's been on the news. Now somebody like TVS silently has sold 6,000.
Correct.
For TVS to move from 6 to 25 is not tough, because they are making 3 lakh bikes a month.
Correct.
Now Bajaj is making 3 lakh bikes a month. He's made 4,000 bikes, the electric bikes he has sold. From 4 to 25 will not take much time for Bajaj. So I prefer these 2 companies. There, I see what I have. These are debt-free companies. Tatas have debt, but they are Tatas. They have a machine which can keep giving them 10,000 crores every quarter. So they don't have a problem. And they will get rid of this problem. Their cars are doing extremely well. They have hit 10 million cars, I think, recently. Or
Yes.
they'll be in a position to do 1 million car every 3.5, 4 years from now on.
True.
So the Tatas have crossed the hump in cars. They are a major car company now. So debt is a huge problem for Ola, and trustworthiness in the market. People don't trust Ola money anymore.
True.
Recently, a friend of mine traveled somewhere. He paid by Ola money. Driver said, "Thank you very much. They don't pay us. That's a gift check to Ola. Pay me in cash." So Ola is in.
Serious problem. Okay. Another trivia, not a trivia, interesting question which I wanted to ask you, which a lot of people have been thinking about is you have been a businessman for a portion of your life. Now people call you an economist. Throughout history, you've seen why do economists not make good businessmen? Why is that? Why don't you see economists being heads of big companies?
First of all, I am not an economist.
It's a title conferred to you by.
The public has conferred that title to me.
Hope that clarifies.
Yeah. I'm a business entrepreneur turned investor.
Correct.
And who happen to accumulate a lot of knowledge. It's called, like calling Warren Buffett an economist.
Correct.
Warren Buffett is not an economist. We know the principles of economics. We know how it works. I am able to explain it in a simple language.
True.
Primarily in my past avatar, I am retired. In my past avatar, I was a sales guy. I was a sales marketing person who had a knack of finance. Like I have told in every place, my father asked me to get into finance and law. And I chose to do engineering because he was an engineer.
True.
It was a big mistake.
It's not. I mean, I can
a
understand.
mistake.
It was something you wanted to follow your father's dream. So
It was a mistake.
Yes.
It's a clear mistake. My father told me it was a mistake.
agreed.
That's where my strengths were. My strengths were in finance and marketing.
True.
And I would have been a decent lawyer too.
True.
So, but I didn't play to my strengths. So you have to play to your strengths. The problem in economics is economics assumes that it's a rational world.
True. That's what I wanted to explain.
So everything, it understands everybody has perfect knowledge.
Correct. And
And
so the
therefore-
markets are also rational.
And therefore markets are rational.
Correct.
But unfortunately, markets can remain irrational longer than we can remain solvent. As Lord Keynes said.
True.
So when you think like a scientist, economics is not a natural science.
Very true.
Economics is a social science.
Yes.
So natural sciences, if I want to test for nitrate, it's a brown ring test.
Yes.
If you test for nitrate, it is brown ring test.
Yes.
But no two economists can agree on a test.
Correct.
If they do, he does a test, he'll get different result. I do a test, I'll get different result.
True.
And you cannot falsify it. You won't accept falsification. Whereas if one guy shows nitrate is not testing for brown ring, then brown ring is no more test for nitrates.
True. Very true.
If one guy demonstrates that copper sulfate is not blue, then copper sulfate is not blue.
Very true.
That's why Nassim Taleb famously said black swan.
Yes.
So the world believed that all swans were white till you saw one black swan in Australia.
True. Very true.
So that's falsification.
Very true.
Economics does not allow you to falsify because economics is only 1% science, is 99% psychology, human psychology.
Very true.
Markets are 2% fundamentals, 98% psychology.
Psychology.
And that's why you get repeatedly beaten. I get beaten. Everybody gets beaten by the market.
True.
Because you do not know what the mob is doing.
Very true.
So you make money by being contrarian to the mob.
True.
Always. And that's why Buffett famously said, you buy when there is blood on the street.
Very true.
Yeah.
So I hope that gives you clarification. Why even you see economists sitting on these talk shows about the Fed or the world economy, them giving their analysis. It's pretty much talking about the weather. Anyone who can see the glass ball and predict the future would be billionaire. Nobody
You have to
can.
understand one more thing. Politics is like Socrates said, is a sweetmeat shop. Nobody can do what is good for the people.
Yes.
If I do what is good for the people, I will not be elected.
Very true.
Because people as a mob want instant gratification.
True.
But to succeed in life, you need to delay your gratification. But a politician who delays gratification will never get elected.
Never get out. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us today at Be Rich. I hope you enjoyed the video with Anand. I hope we answered some of those questions which were there in the comment about from our previous video. And we'll pull in Anand for now and then and again to do some Q&A with your questions below. We'll try and keep it engaging and interesting for you.
Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, hit the like button. Kindly subscribe to our channel and click on the bell notification. If you don't click the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. I suggest that you send this video to your friends and relatives and have them take a look. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. Today I want to tell you that I'm going to be in Singapore and we are going to have an event on the 29th of April 2023. My team will let you know the location later as we come closer to the event. But the event is fixed on 29th at Singapore. Those who want to meet me in Singapore, either at the meeting or personally, can contact the WhatsApp number below or send a mail to the mail mentioned below. I will see you in Singapore. Once again, thank you for your support for Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.